Love, soft as an easy chair. Oh, how I long to rest in your arms so that we can go sailing to a place where only lovers go, a place where gentle touches and midnight kisses brighten the darkest day. You know the day I'm talking about? The day he said, hello, is it me you're looking for? Or the day she just called to say I love you, and all of a sudden there's a ribbon in the sky for our love. So why does love elude so many souls? Why can't we find love? I think it's because we're looking for love in all the wrong places. So you can't find love with a secret lover. You certainly can't find love if it's only for one night. And you can't find love with Mrs. Jones. She's married to somebody else, and when you find her lipstick on his collar, there was no way for him to unbreak my heart. He loves me again. There's no way for him to uncry these tears. Cried so many nights. Unbreak my, I'm gonna break something. And then I remember, my mama done told me when I was in pigtails, my mama done told me, oh, a man's gonna sweet talk and give you the big eyes, but when the sweet talking's done, a man is a two-faced, a worrisome thing will leave you to shame the blues in the night. Talking about the blues in the night. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about my ex. The ladies, we're not the only ones saying the blues. Stevie Wonder said it like this. Just the other night while I was sleeping, I vaguely heard you whisper someone's name. And when I asked you all the thoughts you're keeping, you just say, you better call Tyrone, but you can't use my phone. See, the problem is we don't know what love is. You know what love I'm talking about? The husband love your wife the way Christ in the church kind of love. The R.I.S.E, me kind of love. The let's take a long walk around the park after dark kind of love. The mama say mama sama makusa kind of love. The love that lasts always and forever. Oh, and when I find that love, I'll be able to sing. At last, my love has come along, and you'll be mine. My name is Coco LaRain Veira. I'm actually one of the facilitators. I'll be working with a group of young emerging artists and helping them to coach them on really developing the signature style, signature sound as artists, singers, rappers, poets.
Macy Gray has one of the most original sounds. You hate her, love her, but she's got her sound. She's got her audience that's devoted to her. Michael Jackson did not try to sound like Luther Vandross. You know what I mean? That's not what we're doing out here. So what is your signature sound? What is your signature story? And the sound starts with the way you look. The sound starts with the way you move.
You know, the idea of helping an artist to really hone in on their signature style, on their unique sound, in a way that's really focused on excellence. You know, it's important for them to be themselves, to be authentic, but also to push the envelope, to not just settle for mediocre, but to, you know, to get to the point where they are really, really happy, and then go a step farther, and then go a step farther. So development is key.
Do your songs have a persona? When Jill Scott touches the stage, every song that she sings has a character that she brings to it. So what is the character of the song? What is the character's story? where was the song born? How old is the song? What journey did the song get get into your spirit and come out? What does the song meant to do? What is the purpose that song has? If the song was a character, what would be the name? What would she wear? What would he look like? What would they feel like? Do they like cheese? Yeah. What is the characteristic of your song? So that did you start up? So that you can embody the song.
Love,
Yes.
soft as an easy chair. I look like a chair right now, don't I?
Well, the thing about sitting, I kind of sat a little bit. Yeah.
Love, flesh.
As now, I'm theater. Mm-hmm. I'm acting as this character who's singing about love.
Mm. So what I'm doing is spoken word poem.
What is each line going to mean to my audience? I need to embody the character of the piece. The piece is not necessarily mine, even though I'm possessive of it, even though I'm the one who created it. Yes? And I really hope they gain the confidence in themselves and their own ear, right? And in who they are, the essence of who they are as an artist, the essence of who they are and what they're going to bring to the stage, right? It's about who is your audience, how do you want to connect with them, how do you want to share your message? And so having the confidence to do that, but also the strategies, the techniques that you need to really not perfect the sound, but make sure that the sound is authentic and powerful enough to make an impact on the world. They get a chance to leave their footprint on the earth, right? And so what's that footprint going to look like? What's it going to say? What's it going to sound like? What's it going to feel like? How are people going to feel when they hear you? And that's really important. So I want them to have the confidence to be able to stand on that stage and do their very best in the spirit of excellence. Artists getting out of their own way can be really challenging, or they're overanalyzing. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information, and the challenge sometimes with sharing too much information is that you can kind of get stuck in perfection mode and you start to doubt yourself. So I think balancing the information with trusting their gut and honing in on their own version of what I'm trying to say, I think that's going to could be a challenge, because again, I've got a lot of information to share, so I don't want to overwhelm anybody. Yeah. Well, I've tried to put something interactive in every section, right? There's about 5 or 6 areas of focus that we're going to be looking into. And so from breathing techniques to standing in front of the mirror and giving yourself the eye contact that you want to give to your audience, to rewriting some of the lyrics, to shift some of the meaning to make sure that it's sophisticated. So I think each component is going to be interactive. My greatest achievement is continuing on with my career, even though my heart was completely shattered. And I was tested by some of the difficult things that I went through. My son passing away, and I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And so, again, just like excellence is an internal thing, continuing to push forward against all odds, I think that's my greatest achievement. What's next? Well, I've published a book, a children's book, in honor of my son. And I'm going to be going back into the schools, hopefully as a storyteller. And I did that for about 15 years in the beginning of my career, 30 years in now. So I'm going to go back to my roots and tell the story to inspire little boys and girls just like my son, alongside my daughters, Shamaya and Shantea Veira, who are both artists, and we're running my son's company. So really honing in on that. But also, I'm really excited about developing more training for speakers, so survivors like myself who want to become speakers. So I have a program called She Thrives by Design, where I will be inspiring survivors to take their lived experience and transform it into a trauma-informed story so they can inspire the world. I'm looking forward to hearing the voices of the artists, seeing their faces, getting to know them. Every time I do a workshop, it's like my heart just is overwhelmed, and I kind of adopt all the artists. I'm in my mom energy, and my grandma energy. So I'm looking forward to really hearing their voices and getting to know them,
and pouring so much love and the technical stuff too, but pouring all that into them as much as possible.